Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So now basically we are going to solve another question here, and that says that I need to write out a Python program to remove the characters which have odd index values of a given string. Okay, right. So my question says that I need to write out a program. Okay, that in that I have to take a first of all I need to take out a string. Okay, now okay, just 1 second right here. Okay, I need to take out a string. Now in that string, what actually I just want is that in that string, whatever the characters, okay, whatever the characters I am having on my odd index, okay, I need to remove that characters. Okay, first of all let me just go on to the OneNote and explain you this thing that what I actually meant from this thing. Okay, maybe you have got a clear and a fair idea that what actually to do, but just let me give you an idea once here. Okay, let's say I am having a string that is Python. Let's say this is the string that I'm having, right? We all know that the indexing starts from the 0th index and goes up to the nth index, basically whatever is the length of your string, right? This is the whole idea. So I can just start here with the 0, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, at my, what are my odd indexes that I'm having? That is 1, 3 and 5. So my question says me to remove all of the values which I am having on the odd index. Okay. So in that case, I need to remove this y because it is at the odd index, right? 1. I need to remove this h because it is at the odd index, and I need to remove this n because it is at the odd index. Right? I need to remove out all of these three values, and the final output which I would be getting should be like p, t and o, right? Because y would be removed, h would be removed and n would be removed. So p, t, o would be the final answer that I would be getting out here. Right. So first of all, I guess that you're able to understand that what I am just meaning from this thing, right? What does I actually meant from this P, T and O, and right, what is my actually question asking me to do right here? Okay. Now I would just go on to my PyCharm IDE, and now here I will telling you how to write out a program to remove the characters which have odd index value of a given string. Before that, I would just once again go on to the OneNote once again, and let's write out a little bit of pseudocode and let's see that how this will actually work on first of all. Okay, let me just come on to a blank space first of all. Here I'll be defining out a function def, and let's say that function name is values. Okay, and into the bracket I'll be passing out my string, that is, let's say, str. Fine, I would be writing here, let's say, okay, let's say a is equal to, and to keep it as blank here. Fine, I'd be applying out my condition that for I in range. And what is the range that I need to apply? So my range would be the length of my string. So I can just do two things here. First of all, I can just declare any function above my for loop, and there I can just store the length of the string. Or I can simply write inside this range function len, and in the bracket I could simply write here str. That would actually also work for me. Okay, this is the thing which I have done, len str. Fine. Now I'll be applying my if condition here, that if, okay, now if I%2 is equal to 0, if I%2 is equal to 0, so in that case basically I need to write that a is equal to a plus str of I. Now what this actually will do here, a is my variable here which I have just kept as blank here, right? So that blank plus str of I. Now I, instead of checking that what are the numbers which are on the odd index and removing them, what I'm just doing is that I am checking the even indexes and just printing out the values, printing out the characters that I am having on my even index. Okay, I'm just printing that way. So that is absolutely the same idea only. Either you remove out the odd indexes or you print out the even indexes. The same, the procedure is absolutely same. The answer will be getting out the same only, right? So I just applied that condition here, a is equal to a plus 1, and I would simply, okay, just let me come down here. And I would just simply write here return, okay, outside I would write, not inside. Outside my if condition I would just write here, okay, this side. return and then a. Okay, so because a is a variable in which I have stored my final string, which is having all of the only and only even indexes, right? That I have done out here. And simply coming out of my function, I'll be calling out my function. Let's say the name for my function was values, and into that, let's say I would be passing out any of the string. Right here. So basically the string that I'll be passing out, let's say I will take the same string, that is Python only, which I have taken previously, right? That I have passed out here. Fine. Now what I could just do here is that values and then Python. Okay. Right. Let's okay. As I have just called out my function here, so it will first of all go on to my function. Inside the function, it will find out this conditions that are false. First, let me take out the different color once again. Draw, and here goes the color. So for I in range length of str, it will calculate that what is the length of the str. So what it will get the length of the str is 0 to 5. That will get the string length as 6. Okay. So here the length of the string is 6. So if I%2, my index will start from 0. Right. So if 0%2, this is not any valid condition. So what it will do, it will firstly give out me as P as the answer. Okay. Now it will check for 1. If 1% 2 is equal to 0, no, this is not the condition, right? This is not the correct condition that is actually applying here. So it will leave that one. It will now check out for the 2. That if 2% 2 is equal to 0. Yes, that's the right out condition, that yes, 2% 2 is equal to 0. So it will check that in str of 2, that is index for 2, what is actually stored here. So when I talk about the index of 2, in that I have stored t, right? So it will return me the t here, right? Now it will again check for 3. So it will not get anything because the condition does not actually satisfy. Then it is going to check for 4. So 4% 2 is equal to 0. Yes, that is the right out condition. Yes, 4% 2 is equal to 0. That is absolutely correct. Come inside. So a plus and str of I. Now it will check that at str of 4, that is I index, that is my 4. What is the value that is present? So it will find that O is present. So it will print me that thing. After that it will again go on, but it will not find here any even index. It will return me my final answer as P, T and O. Right. So this is the whole idea that we follow for finding out that I need to print out all of the I need to remove the numbers which are present at the odd index and print all of the characters. Sorry, we are dealing with the string. Sorry, we need to print out all of the characters that are present on the even indexes. Right. Okay, let me write out the program for this. So let's say my program is div function name is values. Into the bracket, I will be passing out a string, that is, let's say str. Okay, come on to a new line. Here basically I'll be taking out a variable and giving it as a blank value. Fine. Applying out my condition that for I in range. And what's the length? Length is basically, if I in range, length is basically str. Okay, and to find out the length for the str only, right? So for I in range, length is my str. Correct? Now, I would apply my condition that if I%2 is equal to 0, if I%2 is equal to 0, so in that case, return me A is equal to A plus str of I. Return me this particular thing. A is equal to A plus str of I. Right? And now here, after coming out of my if condition and my for loop as well, simply return me A, because A is a variable in which I have stored the final final characters which are to be printed. So simply return A. And now after coming down inside my print statement, I would be writing here values, right? And into the bracket, let's say I'll be taking first of all that same which I had taken previously, and that is actually Python, right? Fine. I would just run it out here. So now just have a look at what answer I am getting. I am getting PTO, the same answer which we have calculated on the one note, right? So it just printed me all of the values which are on the even indexes. See, my question was that I need to remove out the values for the odd indexes. So it is simple, easy, right? It's super easy. That simply print out the values which are on the even indexes. Automatically, the odd index values will be erased, will not come as an answer for you, right? So that I have done. Let's say I just go give it a try for one more statement. Let's say print and Let's say values, and into the bracket we have, let's say B. Okay, I will just not print that. I will just print out my name. Okay, Shambhavi, fine. I would just run it once again out here. So here we just get out all of the values which are present on the even index. That is SABAI. Right, so this is actually how we can solve out this question, that write a Python program to remove the characters which have odd index values of a given string. Fine. So this is how we just solve out these types of questions. Now I hope that if any question comes out like this, that you want to print the index values, or you want to print the odd index, you want to print the even index, you want to remove this, you want to remove that, so you'll be able to solve out these types of questions. Right, so this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.